What a difference that 48 hours can make. On the left of your screen right there was the Rockies' home opener on Friday, where snow and cold temperatures put an added damper on a disappointing extra innings loss. On the right, though, the Rockies game today, plenty of sunshine and a big win to go along with it. Thanks so much for joining us this Sunday evening. I'm Mark Salinger. If you've been missing the sunshine, we've got only good news for you this week. It's only going to get warmer, and the rest of this work week looks beautiful. I want to get right over to Corey Reppenhagen now for all the details on what's shaping up to be a beautiful forecast. Hey, Corey.
Hey, yeah, it really is. After one of the chilliest starts to April that we've ever had here for the first 6 days, we are going to warm things up significantly this week. So that is a big deal. Unfortunately, tonight here at Ball Arena, we had a devastating loss for the Nuggets, but people got to walk to their cars in some relative comfort here with some relatively mild temperatures, 52 degrees here in downtown Mile High City, 48 degrees at the airport. And we are going to drop down into the 30s again tonight, but we'll warm up very fast as these clouds that you see on the radar coming through the Front Range and really the eastern half of the Colorado Rocky Mountains here will completely get flushed out of the state, leaving us with a complete clear blue day tomorrow. Tons of sunshine. As you look at the forecast here for Denver, sunshine all the way through, very few clouds, high temperature, very close to 70 degrees, and it's only going to get warmer from there, so I'll detail that coming up in the full forecast.
Corey, thank you. The stock market's roller coaster ride doesn't look to be ending anytime soon, as the Trump administration could announce even more tariffs later this week. Stock futures continued to fall this evening after Thursday and Friday marked the two worst days on Wall Street in 5 years. The mass sell-offs have been in response to President Trump's tariffs, which went into effect yesterday. Today, Trump defended the tariffs, saying that he thinks they'll make the country stronger.
We will be taking in over $1 trillion over the next short period of time with the tariffs that I've already instituted. They're already in place. Now, what's going to happen with the market, I can't tell you, but I can tell you our country has gotten a lot stronger. And eventually, it'll be a country like no other. It'll be the most dominant country economically in the world.
As a result of the market fluctuation, J.P. Morgan analysts are forecasting a recession this year, giving it a 60% chance of happening right now. Back here at home in Colorado, Colorado-based companies have already lost billions of dollars in value. The Department of Health and Human Services says a second child in Texas has died of measles. The child was recently diagnosed with the viral disease and died at a hospital in Lubbock, Texas. The hospital said in a statement this morning that that child was not vaccinated against the disease and had no underlying health conditions. The death is the second from measles in the United States in the past decade. 2 people are dead and 1 person is in custody tonight after shooting at a Fort Collins mall yesterday. Fort Collins police responded to a call of a shooting just across the street from the Foothills Mall around 5 p.m. last night. They found 2 victims who were taken to the hospital. Both of them, we learned today, have died from those injuries. Investigators identified an underage suspect who was also taken into custody. Because of his age, police say they are not releasing his identity. Police believe there are no more victims, I should say, and say the shooting could be gang-related. A family is trying to figure out how to move forward after a fire destroyed their home and killed 2 of their cats. As the investigation into the fire continues and the cause, they're choosing to reflect and rebuild. As 9 News reporter Janelle Finch explains, they may be faced with challenges, but they aren't alone on this journey.
From far away, a furnished living room and a full bookshelf might not look like starting over. But with a closer look, Caitlin and Ryan Holt,
all of this is generous donations,
are back at square one.
2 weeks ago, our house burned down, and it's been really rough.
The couple and their son Ben called South Chambers in East Hampton and Aurora home for 6 years. They say around dinner time on March 24th, everything changed.
And I walked outside back, immediately smelt smoke, turned to the left, and noticed the building was on fire. Immediately ran back in, put my shoes on, told them to get out.
Ryan says Caitlin, Ben, and their cat Tilda made it out of the house, but irreplaceable pieces of their family remained inside.
That was when we realized we don't have 2 of our cats.
There's no easy way to tell a 6-year-old that his home is gone, his things are gone, and also 2 of his cats are gone.
The Holts lost their cat Tesla,
So we got him about 10 years ago,
and the latest addition to their family, Cronenberg.
we loved him very, very much. I miss him a lot.
While they aren't able to replace everything they lost, they know what's most important is with them, now in Parker.
Our son is alive. She's alive, so I'm good.
Starting over is hard, but the Holts say with the support of friends and family, starting over is a little easier.
I don't know how I will ever balance this cosmic ledger. Like this past week has been an extraordinary outpouring from, obviously people we know, but also people that we don't.
We were raised in a, set of values that you do as much as you can for as many people as you can for as long as you can. And that is something we hope to continue throughout and after this experience.
That's Janelle Finch reporting. Aurora Fire says 2 people had smoke inhalation related injuries, including an Aurora police officer. Caitlin, who you just heard from there, says she comes from a family of first responders and says it's always commendable to see people stepping up in an emergency. Hey, an early heads up if you live in Erie tomorrow. The Boulder County Office of Disaster Management is testing outdoor warning sirens in Erie. They'll be tested at 10 a.m. and again at 7 p.m. Each test will last about 2 minutes. You can see a map of where the sirens are on the town website. That's on your screen right now. A nonprofit serving survivors of sexual violence isn't sure how many calls to their hotline that they've missed in moments of people needing help. As 9 News reporter Angeline McCall shows us, the problem stemmed from issues with their phone provider.
It's a place people turn to in northern Colorado when they or a loved one experiences sexual violence.
In 2024, we responded to over 1,000 hotline calls. The hotline is the lifeline of the agency.
People can call the Sava Center 24/7, except for this past week when their hotline was shut down.
We found out about a week and a half ago that our toll-free crisis line number had been turned off without warning, without our request.
Allison Jones-Lockwood is the nonprofit's executive director, who says they won a grant and with it, internet services through Allo Fiber. When they crunched the numbers, they realized they could save money by switching most of their services from Xfinity.
When we made the decision to switch our phone system, that's when we started noticing problems.
Then they learned their toll-free hotline number was down for at least a week and a half, and their local number was down for roughly 20 hours.
The way we found out it had been disconnected is because a nurse from a local hospital called us to tell us that a sexual assault survivor was in the emergency room requesting an advocate because they couldn't get through our hotline to get to an advocate.
In that time, they're not sure how many survivors reached out with no response and without receiving the help that's hard to ask for in the first place.
What I think about the most is the person who finally got the courage to call, somebody who had been thinking about it and wondering if they should reach out, wondering if what happened to them mattered, and they call and they get an automated message saying that the number has been disconnected, with no information as to why or how to get somebody to help them.
The executive director says the issue has extended beyond the hotlines, but also to their 3 locations where people can go in person for therapy and other services. Now, in a statement, Xfinity said that they value the service that this organization provides, also adding that they're working to figure out what exactly was the problem. In the studio, Angela McCall, 9 News.
Yeah, and you think about how many calls that they get over a year. You said 1,000 calls a year. They could have potentially missed a lot of calls from people in need.
Yeah, over 1,000 calls in 2 different lines. So we know one of them was down for about a week and a half and the other was down for about 20 hours. And so you can kind of do the math when you think of the average per day that they potentially could have been missing.
Well, hopefully they get that all sorted out and back on track to helping people. Angeline McCall, appreciate it. Thank you.